This is the Long War. I'm Rob Bear, and joining me once again are my partners in crime, Kenny Boucher, Mike Haspel, and Wyatt Turk. What's up, guys?
Yo, dog, great to be here.
Greetings and felicitations.
Yo, what's up?
I have a quick question for you, you shaving folks.
I
Do
don't
you
shave.
None of us shave, dog. It's like the opposite of what you're trying to say.
so do you have you found it's helpful to exfoliate before you shave? At any point in your shaving adventure?
Yes,
'Cause
Oh, yes.
Yes.
When I was in the
Yeah.
army and I had to shave every single day, like you better have a skincare routine or you're gonna
You're
have
gonna have
like
some hella
fucked up
skin.
face.
Yeah,
dude.
for reals.
okay. I've recently discovered
And
this
also, I
information.
would say piece of shaving advice is find the right shaving cream for you. And I use shaving oil. That's what worked for me to not have razor burn.
I did the same thing just because it's so much easier to clean up.
Mhm.
Because like we had to shave in the field and there was like, bro, I didn't want to do the whole shaving cream and like water in a cup and all that dumb shit.
Well, shaving oil, way better, way better lubricant.
Yeah, I didn't know because I was Air Force, so our barber would come in and
Oh, you just get a
do
straight
the whole-
razor? Oh,
Yeah, straight
you just had a
razor
guy?
shaves and yeah,
Yeah.
we
Damn,
just
we
had
had a guy.
He just fucking had a
dude.
guy. in the Air
Jarvis would
Force.
come in and shave me every time.
Karen
sense,
Quinn,
yeah.
he's so old. He just hit us with shaving soap, right? Like he's got the little cup with the shaving puck in it,
That's right.
and the little
Yeah.
the little
Oh,
brush.
okay.
Which I had one of those for a while. I got from my grandpa, but tight. Okay, oldest man on the internet.
Good to know, because I'm still learning things. I'm on like my
Bro,
second.
do you know what? I
third
mean, I
purview.
bet Haspel knows what CLP is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so like I used to have one of these like electric razors that I would use in the
Mhm.
field. And you would get like a close shave with it. But one time I ran out of like good stuff and I just used like CLP.
Ugh.
And
Oh,
it
no.
burned, but it was fine.
Yeah, it's like
It
pretty sure there's
probably
alcohol
worked in the
that.
Raider just fine.
Oh yeah, it,
Yeah.
it was
Razor.
cool.
Oh, last piece of shaving advice: if you have baby skin like I do, Rob,
I
get, it,
have baby skin.
get your skin as hot as possible before the shave. So, like a
Oh.
lot of people like to shave like before a shower. Always advisable if you have sensitive skin, hit the hot ass shower first. So just let it do its thing, then shave. That's like if I ever shave before the shower, red face, razor burn everywhere. Unless you have like a hot towel routine, which I'm not that fancy. I'm not in the Air Force.
No, I do not. I do not have any of those things. Well, thank you for your input. I was.
Yo, this is a long war podcast. We talk about all things, dog.
Gotta get your skincare
Oh,
game on lock.
real quick. Can we get a USA chant going real quick?
What happened?
Hockey
yes,
team.
We beat Canada.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I know.
Oh,
for the-
fantastic!
Both
Wait,
the men
what?
and
Oh,
the
and the
women
men and
beat
women's.
Canada for gold in
And
hockey.
hockey, which is like
Yeah.
bro.
Ah, dude.
But
USA,
here's like a
USA.
weird thing, right? And I don't know that much about hockey, but I'm pretty sure all those dudes were pro athletes from the NHL.
Mhm.
So it's like, did we just watch an all-star game?
We also watched
Kind of did.
a
Yeah.
bunch of Canadians beat a bunch of Canadians.
Because some of the, no,
In
not
some
all of
ways.
them. Some of the NHL players went to go play for Canada
Right,
as well. So it wasn't just
Well,
only
it's
we
kind of
are
like
pros.
it's kind of like the All Star. That's what he's saying, because like some are over there, some are over here.
Yes,
It was
you
tight.
did.
I was watching the
In
highlights.
any case, it was good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Especially like our guy, Jack Hughes, took a stick to the face, lost
broke
like
his tooth.
2 or 3 teeth. Yeah, like right up front. And he still played the whole game and scored the winning goal.
Yeah. And the goalie, I used to play goalie in lacrosse, which is not at all like hockey.
There's correlation.
A
but
little bit.
but I was just like that goalie like earned his pay.
Oh, the save? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he had this ridiculous save with the stick. And if not for that, they probably would have lost.
Facts. No, amazing, worth note.
hmm
It makes me
For sure.
happy and proud to see that go down that way. Speaking of things going down a certain way, let's roll out to the Cave of Wonders and touch nothing but the lamp.
Would you rather get all of your clothing from Spirit Halloween Or-
I already like it.
or multiple times a week you have to go lurk creepily in a women's underwear store for at least an hour?
Oh no.
How creepy?
I mean, for you just stand there.
Oh, well, that's easy then.
Wait,
Yeah.
but what am I doing in this store? Just creeping?
Just creeping.
Like, do I have to make a
Lurking.
purchase?
No, specifically,
Can we
you
be-
can't make a purchase. That's like that makes it better.
I'm told I'm a good listener.
So hold on. So like basically the bill I'm paying for not having to shop exclusively at Spirit of Halloween is be observed being a creeper.
Yes,
Oh,
How many times a week?
multiple times.
I feel like I kind of dress already. Like I got my clothes in Spirit Halloween, so it's gonna be no change.
It's all your clothes though. It's not just like shirts and pants.
It's like underwear.
Oh
everything.
yeah, all your clothing.
You're gonna go
Oh,
broke,
wow.
dude. Have you seen their prices? So it's really a I mean like dog, like a poorly made t-shirt from that store is like $40.
Truth. Yeah, I hadn't considered that.
Like, oh my god. So I have to go find these stores. Do they have an online account? Like, can I buy them online?
They do have online
Oh,
stuff.
thank God. No, I think I would take the challenge because I already creep. That's a normal thing for me. Like, so I feel like I'd take the challenge of becoming a Spirit of Halloween exclusive fashionista. You know.
Okay.
I can creep without looking creepy. So
I kind of agree with what Disflux just wrote. He goes, I think one of these options involves significant jail time after the trespass is issued.
Well, you just go to a different store.
There's more than one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm told.
you gotta go on a cycle. Like you gotta make it a circuit.
It'd be too embarrassing for me. I couldn't. I would just have to commit.
You might
to-
stick out a little bit.
I would just have to commit. Yeah, I know. Like I would have to commit to the Spirit of Halloween as my identity now. Like
Pretty
I'm
much.
gonna be wearing a lot of like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep. Halloween
you know.
used, like get janky discount clearance Halloween costumes because you're going to do all your shopping after November.
Kara Quinn says both are embarrassing. True, but one of them is embarrassing. Like I think in a way I could own, which is just taking Halloween costumes and making them outfits.
Yeah.
Underwear is gonna be an issue though. Like I'm gonna be wearing like bougie ass $40 boxer briefs with Jack Skellington on them.
They're not even like bougie though. They're like awful. They're
Yeah,
cheap.
they're pretty crappy.
Yeah, some stuff is bad. It's not like
That was the
Hot
point
topic.
that I thought made it over the top. Is like you have to get your
Undergarments
skivvies
and
socks
shit. And those
stuff, too.
socks, those like paper thin.
Yeah, you're
long
gonna be
socks?
wearing a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
like witches
You're gonna go
striped
through a
socks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole look. You would have to embrace it.
You'd be wearing like sexy nurse stockings.
I'll tell you straight, pants are gonna be an issue.
yeah.
Yeah, pants
Yeah,
are a problem.
Pants are gonna be a problem because pants shopping is already brutal for me. Finding shit that I can wear, and so the size game is weak in Spirit for Halloween. So I'm gonna be wearing some kilts for sure. It's gonna be like I'm gonna be wearing some dumb shit, dude. Like I can already see it. They definitely don't have like a nice pair of jeans that are like a 42-inch waist with only a 30-inch inseam that like actually close correctly. You know, like that doesn't exist in Spirit Halloween.
No. Talk
Maybe
to
I'll-
me after though, and I can tell you where to get perfect jeans like that.
It's good.
I'll plug them right now. LA Police Gear.
Oh,
They
shit.
have some of the best jeans on the freaking planet.
Now that you've said it, I'm sure it'll show up on my Instagram feed.
Yeah, they
Yep.
do run a little big though. So if you would normally wear a 42, get a 38 or a 40.
I actually have seen ads for them. Thank you for the plug. Do they carry those at Spirit Halloween?
No, they do not.
If I buy like a police officer's costume,
You're gonna be the sexy cop. That's what you're gonna
Yeah,
be.
dude.
and it's a female costume. That's what you're wearing. It's not like
That's
sexy
a meter
cop.
mid.
Yeah, it's a meter maid.
It's-
Sexy
yeah,
meter maid.
it's not like sexy stripper cop. It got like
No,
it's-
no, it's like that's a good one.
So that's good, clean fun. Thanks, Wyatt. Rob, what would you do?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna learn some new terms, some new garments.
Oh, he's creeping.
It's, yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting.
He's creeping. He can't give up his shirts, his plaids, and his nice shoes.
No,
Oh my
I have a
god, the shoe
look.
game. Bro, we're gonna be wearing like exclusively like shitty flip flops.
Like
Yeah.
clown shoes.
Bro,
Halloween themed Crocs.
if
5
I'm
pair.
lucky, I can find themed Crocs in my size.
Mm.
Damn. Damn, the shoe game's to be a problem. All right, well, we this has come up a lot. We're finally gonna try to commit to it. Hobby desk segment.
Oh,
Who in this podcast is currently engaged in hobby?
What am I not? Just like 24/7, 365. Right now, I've got about half of the plates of a Warlord Titan that I've been working on. I spent like 4 hours today doing decals on all these plates.
Decal day?
Decal day. I spent a good few days in the gold trim gulag doing all the gold trim. So
Makes sense.
Product placement. Ray Studio, RAW or RAY Studio. I saw this guy on Instagram doing Gundam stuff like all the time. And he has his own shop, and I got some metallic chrome markers from his store. Made doing the trim super easy. The play markers from AK are also pretty good. The gold from those are pretty good if you want a brush tip. And then always use Microscale Industries Incorporated Microsol and Microset.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Little red bottle,
Yeah.
little
For
blue
the
bottle.
decals.
Don't do decals without it. Makes my life so
Oh,
much
that was
easier.
in the episode you missed recently. We did the
Mhm.
where Rob did AI and used it to scan all 500 of our episodes to
Mhm.
figure out what we don't talk enough about.
Yep.
And one of them, a topic came up of like, what are like 3 important things people need to learn, and what are like 3 things people are using wrong. And Mike spoke heavily to the significance of those 2 products that you're preaching right now.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, cannot good things cannot. You can't say enough good things about those 2 things. Like, now here's a question I ask you about your decaling. What do you, after you get them on there, do you do anything afterwards to the decal, or do you let it just raw dry?
Yes. So one, especially with the microsol and microset, you need to let it totally dry out and degas. Because you might notice that it discolors the paint a little bit. Like there's a rind almost around the decal. If you just let that totally dry out, it'll go away. And then you varnish them. So you got to lock those decals in. Because if you don't, they will literally just like you'll press your thumb onto the model and it'll peel it right off. So you always varnish them afterwards to lock them in. But it is important to let them totally dry out.
Good
And
advice.
I was gonna say another hack is buy decals from Bandai.
What kind of decals?
Gundam decals.
Oh.
So I am a huge fan of, especially when I do tanks and planes and like dreadnoughts, robots, whatever it might be. One thing that 40K definitely does not have is technical decals. So what I mean by that is
Mhm.
like caution, no step here, little like if there's like a hatch or like a maintenance panel or something like that, those always have some kind of industrial level decal or paint that's like, here's how to open this, like don't stand on this, like electrocution hazard, all that kind of stuff. And Games Workshop just doesn't have those. And so I
Safety
like to
doesn't
buy.
exist in the 41st millennium.
Yeah, there's no OSHA in 40K.
Well, I think they look cool. It makes
They do.
No,
your
they look hella
Well,
cool.
you
dude.
expect. The thing is, as an effect, effects are about tricking the person into seeing what they expect to see, right? And
Yeah.
decals definitely fall in that category. And even if it's a 40 first millennium tank in a narrative that doesn't support OSHA, you expect
Mhm.
in certain things to see caution stripes or watch your steps
or
or
no step
I
stuff
you've
like
definitely,
seen
that.
you
Yeah.
those
probably
your whole
can't even
life.
see these. You
No,
can't even see these on camera.
Nah, you
So
can't.
they also make sheets that are decals that are pre-weathered. So there'll
ooh,
be like numbers, letters, stripes, things like that that have a transparency to them, so you can like see through them like they've already been chipped up. Those are great. Um, Bandai makes like a
so your big
million and
tech is
one.
Bandai.
I'm trying to find this other brand. This is one that's a bunch of red numbers and stuff. It's called like High Q Parts, like HIQ Parts. They make really good ones.
Uh-huh.
Um, and you can get them from any like import store, Gundam USA, Gundam Planet, New Type HQ. Uh, I forget what the big one for Canada. Jesse was looking at it the other day. But you can find them all over, and they're really cheap, which is great. There's so much cheap. They're like $5 or less for a sheet, and you can find all sorts of really cool stuff. I like getting the Gundam ones too because they have like actual squadron badges that are really neat. You don't really get those in 40K. They're all kind of the same. Like
Same, yeah, same.
yeah, it's like if I want like a cool squadron badge for a tank or something like that, they have those. Um, you can layer them. I've got the tilt shields for this Titan, so like this one, you can see I wanted to do the CH-53 for our guy, and then he was a Marine, so I layered up 3 different
To
decals.
make a Marine logo.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
looks like
looks
the
sick,
Eagle,
dude.
Globe, and Anchor,
Yeah.
but with
Yeah.
40K stuff. And so if you just put your decals on and let it totally dry out, you can just put another one right on top of it. And then you can do all sorts of really fun things. Like this is the tilt shield where I masked off for the airbrushing, and then I used some 40K decals for the numbers and some Gundam ones for the cool little like motif with the crown and the eyes.
That's
Yeah, that
savage.
looks great, man.
Yeah, so I mean that's the big takeaway,
Mhm.
guys. Is a lot of people know about decals and there's a lot of resources on them, but where are you buying your decals from? Right?
Like I said, so I get mine from those 3 Gundam Planet. They ship out of New Jersey. Really, really good customer service. New Type HQ is West Coast. I actually don't know where Gundam USA store is located, but they have some sometimes. Um, and they have a bunch. It's not just stuff that's like only for this Gundam kit. A lot of those sheets are like multi-use, like for just kind of whatever you want, which is why I keep buying them. And then they have the pre-weathered ones, which are great. I'm trying to think if there's any other websites.
It's amazing.
Those are kind of the 3 that I go to for
Big, I mean,
everything.
big takeaway, man. Like there's more decals than just Warhammer 40K decals, and
Oh yeah, and like if you ever try to buy 40K decals sheets, they're like so overpriced. Whereas the Bandai
What
ones are super cheap.
what's the price on like the Bandai stuff versus size? Do they use that like A5
Typically,
size?
typical $5 or less. Most of them are grab one. This size, I don't maybe 4x6, four and
So
a
it's
half
like a
by
typical
6.
G-Dub sheet decal size.
Yeah, the GW ones, they've been doing the larger ones.
Hmm.
Like this is one, the Blood Angels one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the size difference. It's like
yeah.
half
The thing is, you
half
get a
of
lot
it.
of decal sheets with your models, so supplementing that with these Bandai
Yeah.
sheets seems to be
And
the ticket.
the
Yeah.
Bandai ones are quite a bit higher quality. The problem I have a lot with GW ones is they like to rip and they like to be kind of like flimsy and floppy.
Yeah.
Whereas the Bandai ones are just nicer.
Makes sense. They have a extremely prestigious background in this, so
Yeah. And I would not sleep on Etsy either because there was a guy selling like Grey Knight decals, and it literally changed the way I did Grey Knights because I didn't have to go in and do the shoulder pads with all the ornate stuff. He had decals that already did
Nice.
kind of that castle pattern.
So you can do
and
like a
everything
flat
that.
shoulder pad with the castle pattern.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And it was sick.
slaps.
Like, oh,
Well, thanks, Wyatt. So I think we did our weekly commitment to sharing some dope hobby tech.
I think so.
Very interesting stuff and helpful, and also it onboards some stuff we've been talking about recently. Tight. So let's do some news.
Oh man, where do we start on news? So just a big FYI. Well, let's start with the new releases this week. So going up for pre-order this Saturday are two made-to-order releases for Orcs, Badrock and Gretchen ammo runts for 40K, and then of course the Grand Cathay Great Bastion bundle box and Arcane journal book, and then for Mechanicum all the separate releases and the Myrmidon destroyers. We'll have all the pricing and stuff. Well, it's up right now on the site, but we'll have
Myrmidon?
videos and stuff out.
Isn't that some like Greek mythology shit?
Yeah,
yeah, the Myrmidons
there were also
with Achilles.
yeah with Achilles, yeah, Black Flag and all. That's what I call them, destroyers probably, if I had to guess. So yeah, there's that, and then Games Workshop. I got a bunch of reports over the weekend. People were asking me, "Hey, what's going on with the Jakari battalion?" And I was like, "I don't know, what's going on?" And they're like, "Well, all mine were missing the Hellion sprues," and I was like, "Really?" And I knew when I heard it from another seller, the same exact thing. I was like, "Uh-oh, did they mess them all up?" And sure enough, GW put out an email today to all the retailers saying that it was, I don't want to say defective, they used a PC term, but basically defective, and that they would be giving out refunds for all the boxes and to dispose of them when either dispose of the product as it is right now, or if customers return them to give them
Dispose of it.
dispose of it.
We're about to have
What
a
could
dub-
possibly be wrong that they want him to dispose of it?
Well, I think, I'm I used to be able to see between the lines with Games Workshop, but it's been murky as of late. My Magic 8 Ball is not
I'm
working
about to
very
say,
well.
this flux hurt me. Dispose, dumpster wars too.
Yep.
Well, see, like
exactly.
my first thought was that they like mispacked them or something.
They did. They
And
left
so
out the
it's-
Hellion sprues.
Oh, so that's not the hell. They want you to just throw them in the.
That doesn't make any
garbage 'cause
sense.
Right.
Because they
Well,
don't want them.
remember,
They don't want them to end up at dumpster wars again.
well, yeah, and retailers are not allowed to box break kits. It's part of the retailer agreement. So they basically can only sell it. They can only sell it for advertised retail price of 15% off, or that's it. So like if you're just like, hey, this kit is missing a unit, it says it's all in here.
But they're replacing the kits to the stores.
Right. So they're paying them
So
back.
what they're saying is, we're fixing it, guys. Now don't double dip on this dumb shit that we sent you. We rather you throw it directly in the garbage,
Right.
then
And we're
box
giving
break,
your money back.
because we're giving you your money back.
Right.
Like, so don't start dumpster wars on us with this. We're giving your money back. Throw them directly in the garbage.
But if I had to guess, we're gonna see a lot of like,
Bro, ain't nobody
you
throwing
know,
those in the garbage, though.
yeah, we're gonna see a lot of
What kind
battalions
of
up on
madman would
eBay.
throw that in the garbage?
I don't know, man. Or the train, or they're gonna box break them. There's gonna be a bunch of Venoms online, super cheap.
That just means you got a bunch of free 40K shit in your store.
Well, anyways, at least they're doing the right thing and being like, "Hey, we messed up. Here's your money back." Because when they put out that what was that, a Gasus box with the Brutalis Dreadnought, like half those boxes didn't even either were missing the lieutenants or missing a lieutenant sprue out of them, and they didn't say boo about it. So. And I think they might have learned from that one because once they started getting reported, they started trying to send out replacement sprues to stores, and then the stores were supposed to like open the boxes and put them in. It's a logistical nightmare at that point. Like it'll cost everybody more money than it's even worth. So, and remember, the Hellions are only like a $35 kit, guys. So, like we're talking a lot of money and labor here to fix a problem that I think they just fixed it with what they're doing. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of different views on it. But I just wanted to let everybody know that that was most likely the issue, as confirmed by several different sources out there, reported to me over the weekend.
Okay.
Interesting one, nonetheless. So a couple of things to talk about. Games Workshop news from last week. Towards the end of the week, Games Workshop came out with their Warhammer Open schedule. They said, of course, hey, the Grand Warhammer Championships is going to be in Spain this year. Okay, fine. But then they put out the rest of the schedule, and there's only 2 events in the States, one in Tacoma, one in Texas. The other two are in the UK. One is in Canada, and the other one is in Amsterdam, I believe, Netherlands. So, and then of course they just had one in Palm Springs. So I guess technically there's three in the states, but this is for the rest of the calendar. So
Mhm.
it's kind of interesting to see to kind of spread it around and stuff. As far as those events go, to try to make it more of like a, I
Yeah,
guess, a
I
global
have no
thing.
opinion on that. I can't. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to at least the Edmonton one.
Sounds fun.
Might go to Tacoma.
yeah.
Now there was, I do have to bring this up because, last year there was a lot of folks that were making a bit of a political stance because they had won golden tickets and they're like, I don't feel comfortable coming to the States for whatever various reasons. And they were very vocal about it, and it was more than one person. So I think maybe Games Workshop took that into account too. We'll never really know. Obviously, we don't
I mean,
have
it's
any
just a two birds, one stone situation.
exactly.
You get to quell displeasure and vocal
I don't know,
people who
man.
will be vocal with an actually objectively smart move because spreading it out and alternating final location for an international brand just makes
Yes.
sense.
I do think
Yeah,
it's
I
cool that
mean,
they're moving it,
Hmm.
spread it around. I don't really truck with the idea that they changed it to Spain because like five people who had golden tickets were like, I don't want to go to America.
I would be. I'm glad that they're spreading it around too, because if I would be kind of annoyed if the only place you could play was the UK and the
Mm-hmm.
US.
Yeah, that's true too. That would be kind of lame. And I think Um, obviously, this is all rumor and things that have been reported to me, hush hush, but a lot of that event, the money generated, and remember, you're not really supposed to make money off events, you're supposed to break even on events. Events are the driver to actually get sales on the front end, whatever. But one of the big things that really made it profitable for them was that the shop in the truck, which is basically like their little pop up store that fits into a truck and they can drive it around to all these different events. And one of their, if you look back to their 2024 financials, one of their big bright spots in areas of growth was actually I believe it was the European sales team, which is based in Barcelona. So I imagine there's probably a warehouse there too, which means they can pop up their store there. And I'm not sure if there's another one for the EU. I know it's in Germany. I believe it's in Germany. So I would imagine getting, going back and forth would be a little easier up top in
Yeah,
the north there too. Don't know for sure, but I imagine that all played into the logistics of it as
Yeah.
well.
well,
So,
Disflux just posted something that's very interesting. He goes, "I'm kind of surprised they don't do nationals," and it's like, yeah,
mm,
that's I never even thought about that, but it's like there's an intermediate step that's missing.
mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
like oh, you win these things and then you just go right to world, right? There should be nationals in between.
Yeah, kind of like the old R boys, sort of.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Or practically every other competition.
They probably just want to avoid being the governing body of the competitive scene.
yeah, probably.
It's like a lot of work and they don't want to hire new people to do it because like they kind of already air quotes own the ITC, which is sort of a national tracker. And then
Yeah,
there's the ELO system, which is also just sort of self-governed.
Good point.
Yep.
I like
Um,
the ELO system, honestly.
I
Uh,
There's some aspects that are good, some that are bad. That's the whole other
well,
conversation.
yeah, but it when I used to play chess, it keeps you from getting kicked in the teeth.
Yes, but we don't run 40K tournaments that way.
True.
So
Yeah, you're right.
ELO kind of technically means nothing but like internet EPing points. And even then, because so many tournaments don't use the same placing metrics, it's also kind of
Yeah.
loss of integrity.
If you used it
No, you're right.
Like,
exactly
You're right.
like how chess used it,
yeah, like if we did seated brackets the way the chess does, then it'd be dope. But we don't. It's literally just the same as ITC points, but it's not the ITC. And then some tournaments will use like two placing metrics, some will use three, some will use like opponent win rate, or win percentage, which is awful. So it's like until we all kind of come together as one thing and agree that like these are the three placing metrics, nobody's going to use anything different. and like seeded brackets, then like Elo is meaningless.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when Rankings HQ came out back in the day. Remember that?
I do.
I mean, that was like such a meaningless tracker. Like
Yeah.
we won
He was-
Adepticon that year, the 4-man teams, and we were just like the top in the rankings. I was like, that I don't even think I played a
Yeah.
tournament this year. I was like this doesn't make sense, guys. So like it's whoever steps up to do it and then convinces everybody else to do it is that's what we're waiting on. And we've waited on that for every other system and like in the hobby. So like wait longer.
Well, either way, so I think it's a good move. Also, speaking of big tournaments and another tournament tracker, it's exactly 1 month till the start of Adepticon.
Today?
Woohoo.
Shit, yeah.
I'm very excited.
Oh, did you see I posted an event on Facebook?
No.
No.
I'm
Did you tag me in
I'm
it?
announcing our Hobo Gorilla Invitational. So a couple of my friends talked about it on my stream the other day. So like on Saturday in the corner when I play some
In the corner, it just isn't sketchy at all.
when I play with my boys, like I'll bring my army and like play some people.
Oh,
Play with yourself
those.
in the
Okay,
corner.
Yeah, got
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Goat Boy was talking about it because I convinced him to actually paint an army for the first time in like 20 years. Different Goat Boy. This is
Go Boy 76.
yeah, Goat Boy 76. And he came out with his first painted army in 20 years, and we played 1500 points.
Oh, that was last year. Yeah.
You were there, and so
I know.
So then a couple guys were like, "Why don't you make it kind of like a sort of like a low key invitational? Like we just like grab some tables in the corner and do our thing." And I was like, "Yeah." So 1500 point single elimination. Pairings are to be determined in that moment. Guerrilla format. We're finding tables, and timing is show up in the morning. We'll figure it out. So semi-invitational. I have an event on my Facebook page. Take a look at it. See if you want to be involved. I'm gonna do it on Saturday. So if we have like 15 people, we'll do what we can.
It's an RTT.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds like a
Highlander.
event.
It's
I love
Highlander
it.
format. 1500 point
Oh,
Highlander.
sick.
Yeah, I know
Love
you
it.
like that shit.
Mhm.
I did it for you.
So it's 40K Fight Club.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. It's in the Circle
The
K parking lot.
unauthorized Adepticon RTT.
Yeah. This is 100% not official, but we're going to make it happen.
Nice.
They're going to be like, yo, we need these tables, guys. What are you doing over here? We're playing a fucking Road Trader tournament. Go talk to fucking Hank. All right, guys, you have about 45 minutes based on my math to finish this fucking game.
So they find Hank.
It's awesome.
And then
That
we're
is
gone.
awesome.
Yeah, and then comes back with dad and nobody's there. I like it. I don't know if this was on you guys' radar or not, but BCP announced a merger with Melee.gg, which is the tournament software for a lot of card games. It can run Magic with stores if they want to, but generally it's a lot of other games. I think Lorcana, the Disney game, ran it exclusively, and then they rolled out with their own system. But yeah, so they merged with them, and they got plans for they're going to unveil at Gamma here in a few weeks a new tournament system that's going to be.
Is it going to be like
something...
Commander of Lorcana?
No, it'll be like a one-stop shop to find games that from the card games to tabletop games to even board games. Because remember, BCP is actually a partner with Settlers of Catan, so if you're looking for some competitive Settlers of Catan, you can find it on BCP, believe it or not. If you've never looked in there for anything besides 40K.
Not.
So if you're trying to, trade some sheeps for some woods, that's your place. But right now, it looks to be more of a one-stop shop for game stores and tournaments of any scale, is what they're saying. So it seems like a good idea. But TBD, of course, and definitely wish them the best, because that'll be really neat to see that you can go to one app for any game you might play out there, because I play a lot of them. I do not play competitive Settlers of Catan yet, though.
I'm like, what?
But we might get there. I don't know. I don't really like playing competitive anything these days. J15 released their retooled nesting tool game aid, for lack of a better term. It's It's got some bigger
Rob's a big
numbers.
fan of AIDS.
I am. It's got some bigger numbers for those of you, with the old people eyes. I too am afflicted with them, and it's just more streamlined and it seems like a little bit easier to use the way the notches are and stuff. It seems like it won't, put as much stress on the tool itself, which is pretty
Mhm.
cool. So I was stoked to see that. There's a big offer going on right now over on Audible for well, a lot of different books, but specifically 40K, and they have all the good series. Is like you basically, if you haven't signed up for Audible yet, you can sign up and get one for free. And it's like basically everything from Horus Heresy to Gaunt's Ghost to the Siege of Terras to Spice King. They had everything I looked up was on there. So
Sick.
I think it's a big push right now.
I'm gonna have to go grab a bunch.
Yeah, now's the time. And if you already have an Audible account, a lot of them are on a discount. So
Yep.
if you don't
Nice.
have
That's
credits
low
built
key. One
up,
of my secret favorite things about Audible is I get my monthly credits, but also
Right.
you get the Audible membership deal, right? So a lot of
Yeah.
times, if you look, you'll see a book is so discounted that it'd be a waste of a credit.
Or it might be an Audible exclusive
Yeah.
when you just get it for free with your account.
And
True.
there's ways to filter on the app
yeah.
for that. And so like you'd be shocked by what you can find on there.
Now the tinfoil hat, Robbie B wants to say it's because GW just rolled out their own Black Library app,
Yep.
so you can have all your stuff together at once. So I find it very interesting that Amazon was running this big sale at exactly the same time. It's almost like they knew, but whatever.
Yeah, certainly they did.
I'm sure there's some higher bigger brains in there looking at all this stuff than me. All right, so on the product previews side of things, we got 4 new combat patrols this week that were just revealed today. A Eldar Corsairs, a Red Corsairs, and a Chaos Night Lords one, which is pretty interesting, and Crute. I love me some big fatties. I'm surprised I don't have a Crute army yet, but we'll get there maybe one day.
I got my butt handed to me by a Crute army at Bourbon and Boulders. It
Oh,
was
man.
bad. It was like, hey, there's chickens riding gorillas. Oh, this is not good.
Uh-oh. They move really fast.
And they
dude.
move super fast, and I got
Dude,
jacked
fuck.
up.
Yep. Okay. Yep. That's what they do. So, and then it also revealed a new night, and I know we want to talk about the CPs maybe a little later, or hold on, put a pin in that. They also revealed a new knight. I'm going to say it the French pronunciation. Now, I don't know how it's actually pronounced, but it's Destrier.
Destroyer.
Yeah, Destrier.
Destrier.
It's like
Yeah,
a
there
kind
it
of
is.
warhorse.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced or how, in GW words like they
I think
just mix
Yeah.
it depends on your region. I've heard it in documentaries and audio.
It comes up a
books
lot in
as
Audible
Destroyer.
books I read that are fantasy based.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a warhorse, which makes sense because it's like rocket powered knight.
Yeah, dude. Rocket powered lance.
Yeah, exactly. And they did show on their Facebook page that it does have the Reaper chain, whatever the Armageddon version is, a Reaper chain gauntlet. I want to say.
It's
glaive?
they
So it's got the blade, the glaive, a
said it.
frag cannon,
It's called the Chastiser Gatling cannon.
Fuck. The
Yeah.
chastiser.
And a
Nice.
frag bombard.
yeah, it's a frag cannon, a gatler. It's got
The
got the-
chastiser. That's the
Yeah, dude.
Chastiser.
Chastiser, dude.
It's
Yeah,
got a
that's
lance,
sweet.
my
and
nickname
it's
in high
got
school.
what's
It
the other
fits a
one? Oh,
nice
the glaive.
middle niche there.
Yeah,
know.
it's cool.
It looks so much better than a big knight, just like design wise. It looks so cool.
Well, I mean, it's like basically almost 20 years ahead
Yeah.
from when they designed the last one, and it's actually the first new knight we got in like 10 years because we
Mhm.
haven't technically got a new one since the Armagers and plastic.
Dude, these things look sick.
Oh yeah, very very cool stuff. And then I know we wanted to talk a little. Was there any other? Oh, one last thing. So if you haven't bought a hobby lamp or you've been procrastinating it, the next batch of Lucent hobby lamps from Game MV are going out this week. Probably they were supposed to go out on the 27th. I don't know with all the snow up that way, what's going on with anything, but that was the estimation. So if you haven't got your pre-order in for the next batch of those, and you want to get in on the ground floor, well, chances are it probably won't go out this week. It'll probably go out next week because of all the snow. But get it in now because, and we also have a discount code over on the site as well. So Wyatt, tell me what you think about these new combat patrols, the big four.
Uh, some are hot, some are not.
True.
So the point that I made in the pregame was that if a combat patrol is good for somebody who is like, I want to start this army, I have no problem with it. If that use case is not good for veteran players, but is good for people starting an army, I'm for it. Good job. If a combat patrol is good for everybody, which means that the models inside of it are good for veteran players and people starting the army, I'm all for it. If it's good for nobody, I have a problem with it.
Which we've seen before when they stuff like maybe not moving product in there.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I'm going to admit my bias because I am a big Red Corsairs fanboy. And so seeing that they're doing a Red Corsairs combat patrol, I was like, tight. And then you look and you see what in it, and I'm like, this is good for nobody. And here's why. They are paywalling the new squad and the character behind Felgor Beastmen, which nobody has run in the history of ever.
Are you fucking serious?
Well, that's because it's the kill team, right?
And no, it's because they're dog shit and they have no.
But also, we want this model. It's the hottest 40K model right now. The hottest 40K unit right now.
So it's like you either have to buy the Battle Force, which is kind of okay for both people. I mean, I'm sure that basically every Chaos Space Marine player ever already has Terminators, already has Legionnaires. Maybe doesn't have the Trader Guardsmen, but you're like, I'm buying this box set so I can get the new Raiders, the character, and the Red Corsairs upgrade pack. But like every CSM player ever already has like 30 Legionnaires, like 10 Terminators, 30 Cultists, like 3 to 4 to 5 Rhinos, right? And so again, with this combat patrol, it's like, why do I want this? Well, I want the new Red Raiders.
I want Huron.
I want the raid leader.
His squad.
You know, and it's like the only way to get that is I have to pay the upcharge of a combat patrol because they're also bundling a Rhino and Felgor Beastman, which nobody wants. So in like this is my opinion as a Chaos player. I don't think this is good for anybody.
With your bias, like you mentioned.
A little bit of a bias. And the reason I say that is because in this same release, if we scroll down, we have the Night Lords one. The Night Lords one is fan-fucking-tastic because it's good for everybody. You have a character that's a newer character that not everybody has already. You have the Nemesis Claw, which is the pimped out Night Lords kill team with all the extra bits and the cool shit. And it comes with Chosen, and it comes with a Rhino. So you may already have a Rhino. That's, you know.
But if, let's say you're about to break into the Chosen game, you need a Rhino.
Yep.
So like.
And like, because the Nemesis Claw has been, you know, out of stock since the beginning of man. Yep. Like it's nice to get these, and you get a cool brand new Jump Pack Lord model, which not a lot of Chaos players have.
No, that didn't exist.
So it's like if I'm starting Chaos Space Marines, this is fantastic. If I already have Chaos Space Marines, this is fantastic. Whereas if I'm like trying to start Chaos Space Marines and like Red Corsairs seem cool, this combat patrol is whack because you're only getting 5 dudes, 1 character, and a Rhino. And then you get Felgor Beastmen. It's like nobody ever plays Felgor Beastmen. They're awful. The 5 dudes inside of it aren't even battle line for Red Corsairs. You still need Legionnaires, which means that you have to go out and buy Legionnaires and all this type of stuff. It's just like the value inside of the box is just not good for anybody. So I'm not a fan of it.
Well, which is why you need expert opinions. Because I'm sure like mathematically the value is almost identical. But it's the practical
and so like
gameplay
another good example is the Crew Box. Like if I'm an existing Tau player, a lot of Tau players never jumped on the Crew train.
Yeah,
because Crew have been like vestigial for so many years up until kind of very recently. Now they've got a fully fledged like aspect of the army. They're really good in the rules. Like, and so, I want to get in on this. I want to like shift up my Tau play. What do I need? I need Crew guys, and I need Crew Tox writers, and I need this character. It's like all of this is in this box. So if you want to start Tau from a Crew perspective, it's a great box. And if you're already a Tau player, it's a great box. Same thing for the Corsairs. Like all of this stuff is brand new for Eldar players. So it's like if you've only got Harlequins, you want to branch out into Corsairs, it's great. If you only have Craft World and you want to get Corsairs, it's great. If you only have Dark Eldar and you want to get Corsairs, it's great. If you've never played Eldar before ever and you want to jump in because these Eldar are the coolest Eldar of all time, it's great.
Well said. Well defended. Your
So-
your position is. I accept your defense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying too, and it's that's definitely how some folks are going to look at it. But I think from Games Workshop's perspective, one of the things they mentioned in their article was that each of these contained a kill team. So like, and I've mentioned before, like,
Unfortunately, for some reason, Failgore or Beastman are a kill team.
yeah, they're not.
Now, why aren't they in the Night Lords box?
Well, the Night Lords box is a kill team too.
But
They're the
why don't they
Nemesis
have
claw.
the useless unit that no one can play in 40k that no one wants to play in 40k?
That's a great.
It's almost like
question,
they knew
but-
that we all are S and the D of Huron, and that they can shove a sprue in there that they have an excess of in their factory because they know that our chip is gonna pop off.
I'm telling you, dude. Like when
And we're gonna
I'm
buy
saying
it.
like no one has played Felgor Beastman, I'm not being hyperbolic.
I've never seen them in a
Like,
battle.
No
in
one's
a,
seen them.
Never-
Army
they-
list.
you-
I
never
forgot
use
they
it.
existed, dog.
They have a like a cute little rule that's like kinda sorta sometimes once in a blue moon useful, but there's 70 points. And in a codex like Chaos Space Marines, where stuff is like very elite, which means it costs a lot of points for what you're getting, you already have two options for low cost chaff units, which is cultists, which are battle line, and renegade guardsmen, at also at 70 points. But then you get all the renegade guardsmen special weapons, and they have a character that can join them with the Chaos Enforcer, I think is this called. It's like a evil commissar with an evil ogre.
Yeah,
Love
that's
that
what I'm
guy.
talking about.
So then you have
pretty cool.
Felgor Beastmen at 70 points that basically do nothing. Like they don't infiltrate, they don't scout, they don't have the
They don't
deep strike
stick.
keyword. Like they're awful. They're terrible, awful garbage. It's like if they were 30 points for a unit of 10, maybe people would take them. But they're 70 points. And so nobody's ever going to play these ever.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Kara Quinn says, which I totally advocate for, these are now cultists. Let's see.
Sure, if you want some thematic
Yeah.
cultists, like go ham for sure.
Which again, expert opinion. So if you want that box and you don't want to play Felgor Beastman because they suck, play them as cultists. Nobody gives a shit.
However, the only rub is that I'm pretty sure Felgor Beastmen are on 32s.
Oh.
And so like you literally have to source 28 millimeter bases or 25s
Yeah.
to put them on. So they don't even come in the box with what you need to make them cultists.
Good update.
Mm.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break and let's do our prediction segment. We're back. We're going to try to bang this out because we burned a lot of time on new segments. This is about the Eye of Terror versus Armageddon. Rob, you said earlier that there's a little bit of controversy there. Like, what's going on with Eye of Terror versus
Well,
Armageddon?
Well, hold on. First off, let me preface this. Like, I didn't put a whole lot of like content in here about the Iron Warriors like reveal because we already talked about that a lot, and I think everybody's like really hyped for that. So I kind of left out like Iron Warrior specific stuff here because
We only have time to
you
talk
know-
about one thing, which is the last time we saw. So
right.
why is this relevant? Oh, you're right. We did see that. But why is it like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Why is Eye of Terror and Armageddon coming up right now?
Well, I think when it comes to GW releases, they like to hit the member berries, right? They're
Mhm.
always like, "Oh, look at this! That's like this figure that's inspired by this classic piece of art, or like this like scenario, or this happenstance that like is inspired by something or a sketch from 20 years ago, right? So that's great. So we're at the point where we know there's an Eye of Terror supplement coming. It's a campaign book for this closing out the edition thing. And we know there was an Eye of Terror book that kind of got retconned that people were a little butthurt about when the whole like Katie and Gate thing went down, right? So I think they're kind of bringing that all together, and then it would if they're willing to bring that back, why wouldn't they bring back possibly Armageddon, like something happening at Armageddon, and it could be a campaign book or a series of boxes, or perhaps the starter set itself, or the starter set, or it could just slide into the release 11th edition, where the starter set is themed with the factions from Armageddon, but not necessarily an Armageddon box. It could focus on like, I don't know, Tempestus Hive or Hades Hive or whatever. Like sky's the limit there. But if it all just kind of flowed together, I think it gave people one, everybody looks back and they're like, yo, what's dope? You know what got me into the hobby? The Armageddon campaign, 25 years ago or whatever. And I could see where GW harnesses some of that.
Oh, it's undoubtedly hype, and this is not a. I'm not making any. I'm not trying to make any kind of fights with anyone. Like I am 100% here for this. And
Oh yeah.
The now has everyone in this podcast played through Armageddon and Ioterra OG?
Yeah.
I certainly did.
Look at Wyatt. I don't
I
know.
think I played the Eye of Terra mile like
Going into fourth, like it was like
That's what
Yeah,
got me into
2003.
Space Wolves.
Yes.
Is 13th Company.
13th company.
Mhm.
So
That was
let's,
like
Yep.
I think we did a little bit of that like after school program in middle school.
so
and
let's
the-
speak on that first. I'm gonna send this one over to
Yeah.
High School. Last time we saw the 13th Company, Space Wolves, representing the lost company, the 13th Company trapped in the warp, allowing highly specialized close combat and mutated troops. Talk about your experiences and why that shit's hype.
Yeah, so I didn't play it in third. I came into it in fourth. But the whole idea of the wolfen and everything, I was just like, I'm in. Like, and, I'd graduated from Grey Knights because they sucked, and then I was like looking for a new army, and I was just like, the Space Wolves are dope. Viking werewolves, yeah, I'm in. Like,
Mhm.
They
Fantastic.
literally had
Like-
their entire army could scout.
Mhm.
yeah, it was
It was
really
silly.
really sick.
Like
It
all their
was
long
really
things,
cool.
everything, bro. And we introduced a new unit, which was the Wolfen units for the first time.
And I loved the lore that was in there about how they had been in the Eye of Terror for all this time,
Here we are.
and they were mutated but kind of didn't know it. But
Yeah.
like, they didn't really acknowledge that they were like straight
I've
up werewolves.
seriously sick memories of that army.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And that's where the first like metal Wolfen models came from, the werewolf ones.
Right.
Remember, like,
yeah,
and then they brought the Mark of the Wolfen into the Grey Hunter squads, and it was kind of like a callback. Like that shit was sick. What do you remember, Wyatt, from those days?
Mm. I mean, I remember some of the Eye of Terra stuff. This was like a long time ago. And this was like young hobby warthog days, very early. I remember reading books about Armageddon. Like there was a handful of popular Black Library novels back in the old Black Library days, back when it was still good. And I really like those, like the Orc Hunters, the Jungles of Armageddon. The other one was Last Chancers. I think that was what the unit was called,
Schaefer's
right?
Last Chancers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Schaefer's Last
Where they go to
Chancer.
Armageddon.
yeah, yep.
That was a good one. And like some of the lore about these catechins that have just been like left behind on Armageddon since the last war. And so they've all gone like borderline feral jungle tribes. Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Rob, in Armageddon, isn't that when Speed Freaks dropped? And Witch Cult?
Yes. Which was it? Which cult? No, that was. I'm
That
not
was
sure.
third. Which cult was third? I don't
feel like
know if
that
it
was a-
tied.
Is that a book?
A
Never mind.
magazine or something.
So, but
or
Speed Freaks were
It was
Armageddon,
was
right?
in the Dark
Chapter
Eldar
approved?
Codex. It was in the Dark Eldar.
Speed Freaks
Codex.
was definitely Speed Freaks,
Salamanders?
Salamanders,
Yeah.
Templars,
Bro,
something else.
this was the hizzy. When
Yeah,
this dropped.
Armageddon was. I mean, even I played all the rules in Eye of Terror. Like I made a 13th Company army.
I'm circling the drain on like the most hype part.
There was what else? Cadians got their rules for the first time.
Canadian shock troops, specialized rules, doctrines for the defenders.
There was
of
like
Cadia.
the
Sam
jump-
Hain,
the-
Samhain, Eldar, Shadowstorm. They got this shit.
Yeah, it was like the Webway portal. You could come out the Webway portal.
We had
Oh, yeah.
Eldar
Oh,
Strike
yeah.
Force
Yeah, Eldar Strike Force. That's what it
or
was.
Uthway Strike Force.
Yeah, and then
Of
what was
course, the
what was
greatest of
last
all.
army?
The greatest of all was the Lost in the Dam.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
Lost of
yeah,
the Dam was a legal army up until like 5th
It wa-
edition even.
I just remember Ron Santoni
Yeah,
just
and my brother
just pounded me in the head with his Lost in the
Wyatt.
Dam.
This shit
Like it was brutal.
was so busted
And there was no models for it. It was
This
all
shit
just straight made up.
Was so
mean-
it was just made up nonsense, and it
Yep.
was
I
like
remember they had an Imperial armor for Lost in the Damned in 7th
It-
edition.
they did.
I think they collected them into a chapter approved.
Yeah,
and
it
they
was
were
nothing.
legal.
It was meaningless. Like what they
Oh, that
did
one.
in 3.534 error Wyatt was like, okay, you can play chaos, but also you could just pick guard units. But also, we're just gonna make up some units. And you can do this thing where like you can just like pick certain units to like enter your squad. So you have mutants, Lost in Dead mutants. And then you can just randomly shove like chaos Space Marine champions, like a squad sergeant, like with just all the weapons. Phantom guys. Like it was the wildest shit. They could summon demons. And demon summoning was totally fucking busted. It wasn't even remotely fair, dude. And but then you had this chaos army that also had like 3 Lehman Russes, Basilisk for some reason. Sometimes, and this was legal, Schaefer's Last Chancers. Because they were a legal guard
Interesting.
unit. You could literally have them in your fucking army with these mutant squads running up the table with banners and icons and like hidden dudes. In the backfield could just be a bunch of random like Imperial Guard heavy weapons units, which is last cannons and shit. And then they would just be like, I'm here now. Let me just summon like 400 demons. Just-
Yep.
You remember that?
Dude, you're bringing back some PTSD.
Mhm.
I
Bro,
like-
It was so
Haspel,
busted.
somebody brought up Mordred's Ghost Terminators the other day. We were
Mordrak.
talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mordrak's
Mordred.
Ghost
Yeah.
Terminators.
Those
I-
are from 5th.
I had very unique ones, so I was really sad when they got rid of those because I had Grey Knights from 1992 from Space Hulk, and I made those guys my ghost escorts for Mordrak.
Nice.
And then that one Adepticon where like 80% of people were playing Grey Knights or whatever, I was like the only
Only
one
one.
playing a Mordrak list. It
Yeah.
did not go well.
No, but you think is you'd already like accomplished so much in that time. You won a bunch of local stuff,
Yeah,
and you were
yeah.
just trying, and everyone was playing Purifier spam, and you were
Yeah.
like, well, I don't want to just be the guy who always wins a Purifier spam or whatever, or Paladin Star, and so you just kept pushing it, and you did really well. I think you won once. With a
I
margin.
did, but it was still an unpleasant. Like it was just like, okay, I'm just
Still
I'm
had 'em.
getting
Nobody
worked
had
by
'em.
my own army.
It was wild, but like, so all that to say, like, Itear and Armageddon has so much hype, lore, and history for this hobby that anyone listening to this podcast
Mhm.
who's, just not old. I'm not even saying like new at this point, just not old. Like this could be the
A
sickest
new
shit
war
that's
for
ever happened.
Armageddon. I'd be so stoked.
Dude.
Mhm. I mean, it's everybody's heard about this. If you're
I mean,
getting into hobby,
I don't
it's
really
in
know
the
what's left of
zeitgeist.
Armageddon at this point. It's just like a ball of rock and sand. It's been blasted and irradiated, and Angron was like a 50-mile tall demon taking a dump on the place at one point.
Mhm.
Like,
That happened. That's canon.
bro, I mean, a little bit. So I mean, like a new war for Armageddon would be super sick. I'd be so do it.
Yeah. Fucking dude.
It would be
I
very,
am so
very good.
here for this. Like
The
just-
rumor is the 2-player box set for 11th is Armageddon with Marines and Orcs.
Well, or Armageddon themed. We don't 100% know. Remember, a lot of these rumors are coming from people that like have rudimentary knowledge of the lore.
mean,
Like
rumors
so,
are
like, if-
rumors. It's fun to speculate. I
Yeah.
don't care.
sure.
I'm gonna create a rumor right now.
let's do it.
Let's hear.
The
it.
last time we got the 13th company, when was Lehman Russ last seen in the Eye of Terror?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
So
I
I'm gonna
mean,
just start a rumor now.
11th
that's gonna be
edition,
Russ is coming
Warhammer
back.
40K, leave me Russ. Let's go.
Russ is returning.
You heard it
Russ
here
is
That
first.
coming.
one guy made his entire channel off of saying the Primarchs were coming back, and then he was only right 3 times in like 10 years. So we can do
Yep.
it too.
Yep.
There's a lot of people like that out there.
I'm so stoked. I hope we get some callbacks. I hope we get some 13th Company. I hope we get some Eldar Strike Force. I hope we get some Lost in the Dam. Like that'd be some juiced up shit if we can go in 11th edition with that level of hype. Like damn. So it's not really a prediction segment, though we are predicting Lehman Russ, and that's a rumor that we're trying to start right now. So make sure you take to Reddit this weekend, guys, as you listen to this
Yeah, dude.
podcast.
Spread the word.
Spread
Spread
the word.
the gospel of Russ.
Russ is coming back.
Russ is coming back.
But yeah, good job, guys. Haspel, you got anything for us?
We got one dead girl and one dead guy. Dead guy kills the dead girl. We kill the dead guy because he wanted us to be dead guys. It's pretty easy to me. That's kind of obscure.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I don't
like,
know if
dude.
people
Yeah, I was
know.
like, I'm drawing a blank.
I'm lost.
The reason I picked that is it's from Lethal Weapon 1. And the reason I
Wow.
picked that was because you guys need to watch The Wrecking Crew on Amazon. I went into
Oh.
it thinking it was going to be silly like Hobbs and Shaw, and it has very heavy Lethal Weapon 1 vibes. Very
Okay.
heavy. I was pleasantly surprised
Huh.
by that movie. I
give
was
it
just
a- give
like,
it a shot.
okay. It is not like Hobbs and Shaw I adore, but it's silly. This was not as silly as I expected it to be, and the action scenes were solid. Wrecking Crew was. There's a fight between Jason Momoa and the Yakuza pretty early on in the movie, and it just reminded me of like the best of Jackie Chan flicks where he's
Nice.
improvising weapons and all this stuff. It was just fantastic. It was really, really good.
Hells yeah. Wrecking Crew. Strong endorsement. People in the chat are all about it. Momoa and Batista, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Batista.
I've seen
And
it, I've seen
Batista
that.
was surprisingly like I was like, bro can act. Like he's really good.
And they're brothers in the movie, right?
Yeah, you just have to kind of go with that.
Heard.
They're like half brothers, so that's where you
can
go.
buy that.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
can buy that.
Look at buy that.
But Batista, I was shocked. I was like, man, I
Buy
want
that
to
for $1.
see. This is like literally when it ended and the credits rolled. I was like, this is a new franchise. If this doesn't have another a sequel, they're
Mm.
messing up.
They're messing
Good
up.
for them.
Nice.
Tight. Thanks for that. Now I know what I want to watch tonight.
Yeah.
Well, there it is, folks. Wyatt, take us out of here.
Rob.
So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. For more exclusive content, early access videos, and more, become a veteran of the Long War today.